to our next must-do panel. Please welcome the Managing Director of Engagement and Innovation at Elemental Accelerator, Danielle J. Harris, accompanied by her panelists.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Great, all right. Well, I just want to thank everybody at Global Futures Conference here for inviting me back. I was able to join you all last year as a We Empower awardee, so I'm really happy to be back. I think this conference is always full with a great international perspective of really brilliant people trying to address some of our hardest challenges here. So I'm really excited to be here, especially with such a great group of leaders. So today I'm joined by Gautam Narasimhan, from Global Lead of Climate Change, Energy, and Environment at UNICEF. Cassie Roach, Vice President of Global Market Development and Sustainability at Cisco Systems. And Taya Trumbic, Manager of Women Business and Law at the World Bank. So if we could give a round of applause for them for joining us, thank you. So today we'll be discussing equitable access to resources for human well-being, and this is really at the heart of those that are least responsible are paying the highest price for climate change, and we know that that shouldn't be the case. And I think equitable access is really underpinned by how do we get to responsible consumption. And I really appreciate the statistic from Footprint Data Foundations that currently we need 1.75 Earths to sustain humanity at this moment, which obviously is not possible, but if everybody wanted to live an average American life, we would need 5.1 Earths. So we can clearly see there is overconsumption at different levels. So I want to use this first question to the panel as an opportunity for everyone to introduce themselves. So which must-do is most related to your organization and the current efforts? So we all know, right? We all know that must-do 1 is regulation that mainstreams equitable consumption, and must-do 2 is pursuing the social solidarity economy through policy and legal frameworks. But I also want to leave it open to the panelists to highlight there might be a must-do that's missing, right? All right, who wants to go first?
All right, I can go first. Hello, everyone. My name is Taya Trumbic. I'm the manager of the Women Business and the Law project at the World Bank. Now, at the World Bank, we believe that we cannot move forward when half of the world's population is held back. Every solution needs to include men and women, youth, indigenous populations at its solution. So the project that I work on, I left some reports in the back, Women Business and the Law, looks at how laws treat men and women differently. So I think both must-dos we agree with. Legal frameworks really enshrine how our societies operate. We're fighting some of the biggest crises we've seen so far. Health crisis, economic crisis, a climate crisis. But we're doing it with one hand held behind our back. Women are not only the ones that are most affected by some of these crises, but they're not represented when decisions are being made. And part of that is because of legal frameworks that are holding them back. Discriminatory laws and practices are still disadvantaging women in most countries today. That's why Women Business and the Law, we set out to identify exactly which laws and regulations are holding women from entering the workforce, operating businesses, having agency in their homes that would allow them to be politically stronger and make the change that we need. Laws that encourage equal economic inclusion can make societies stronger and more resilient, and we really need that today. Thank you.
Thank you, Taya. Cassie Roach, leading our global market development sustainability for Cisco, and some of the things that we think about primarily focus on powering an inclusive future for all. And so, of course, the number one component of this is one of the things we want to focus on. As we think through this, closing the digital divide is one of the most important things that we have certainly tried to work through in the past few years. The pandemic was a huge determinant factor in what happens with women and children and families and our communities. And as we look through that, it's really important, and the focus has been to make sure that we provide equitable access to resources, whether it's through connectivity or the empowerment that we're trying to do through communities and building resilient communities.